And this realization really helped me figure out what it means to live in the present. Hi everyone, welcome to Dinosaur Life, a place where we live life to the fullest. Today is a Cancer chat, which is a time when I basically just share my thoughts. Usually these thoughts are influenced by the fact that I am a cancer survivor. So today what I want to talk about is this idea of living in the present. I want to read a quote to you. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. That's a lot of pressure. Am I right? At least that's how I used to feel when people told me I should live in the present. Let's rewind back to 2010 when I was studying abroad in Spain. So I remember specifically this moment. I remember being at the Magic Fountain in Barcelona. It's this fountain that has like a beautiful light show. It's not actually magic. Or is it? Anyways, I remember sitting there with all my friends and I was just like so happy. I was living it up in Spain and I was looking at this gorgeous fountain and I was so happy. But also I remember being like stressed because I remember thinking like, this is so perfect. What should I do with this moment? How do I live this moment to the fullest? How do I live in the present during this fleeting, beautiful moment? And I had that thought a lot throughout my study abroad experience. It's like I was so happy and enjoying myself, and at the same time, I was stressing myself out because I just wanted to be experiencing this right. Let's fast forward back to 2018 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I remember really having this moment of like, this is it? Like that? Oh, that was my life? And with that, this realization that is very obvious, like life is never going to be perfect. And even if it is, it's not going to be this sustained perfection. And this realization really helped me figure out what it means to live in the present. So here we go. Here's how I would define it. What I've chosen to define living in the present as is in that moment having a release of fear and worry. Fear and worry are inherently, I think, rooted in either the past or the future. And if you're in worry or fear of something that has happened in the past, or you're dwelling on something from the past, you're not in the present. Or if you're worried or fearful about something that might happen in the future, you're obviously not in the present. So living in the present is just letting go of your fears and worries so that you can enjoy that moment. And I know it sounds easier than it is. But basically, you can't just sit there and be like, I'm present. I'm enjoying. This idea of living in the present, it fluctuates and it moves. So you can't beat yourself up, which is what I wish I would have told myself, or I could go back and tell myself when I was studying abroad. Because by simply enjoying that moment and acknowledging that I was joyful and enjoying it, that was living in the present. I was present in that moment. And then I moved on to being worried that I wasn't doing it good enough. So I think that cancer was really insightful for this because we're kind of told that our lives, the best is yet to come, or your story has to look a certain way. And when I was diagnosed, it was like this epiphany of like, whoa, that was my life. All of that was life, every single minute. And I want to have been there for that. No matter what I was doing, I want to have been there and been able to acknowledge in that moment that that moment was beautiful, instead of living in my head or living in some other time other than that time. I got a little bit existential there, I think, so I can give you some more tangible examples here. So I mentioned that you can't just sit there and be like, I'm present, I'm joyful, I'm joyful. Here's what living in the present looks like for me. Sometimes it is just acknowledging in my head, like, wow, this is a really joyful, beautiful moment. Or sometimes it's taking a deep breath. Sometimes it's saying something out loud. This is probably one of my favorites. I love sharing the present moment with others. So just saying out loud to somebody like, this is so beautiful. I'm so happy to be in this present moment. Like, wow. Sometimes it's gratitude, whether that be prayer, journaling, taking a photo. These are some tangible ways, I think, that you can acknowledge a present moment. And the more that you practice it, the more you begin to trust yourself and your ability to recognize a present moment for what it is and enjoy it and be thankful for it for what it is. Just because I'm giving you some advice about living in the present doesn't mean that I do it all the time. We've got these complex brains up here that like to take us all over the place. But I think that as you practice this skill, you'll develop it more as a habit. And I do find that my brain, more often than it used to, tends to just look at the sky for a second to take in the moment, or I take a deep breath to take in the moment. I do think that from this epiphany, I do tend to live in the moment a little bit more, and I'm really happy and grateful for that. And I hope to pass that on to you. So get out there, enjoy your freaking life. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.